That's a 6-point side. Oh, it's frozen. Yeah.
This past winter, I was going to check a trail cam that we have been getting videos of almost daily of a buck we called 65. As I was walking up to the trail cam, it didn't take me long to notice a shed laying right in front of it. After picking up 65's 6-point side, I was really excited. I immediately went back to the cabin, grabbed Dad so we could get together and try to find the match. We never did find it that weekend, but the following weekend I came back to check that same trail cam, see if there was any updates. And again, just as I was about to get to the trail cam, I spotted his match laying down the hillside.
I gotta call Russ. Hey, I just found the left side to 65. Yeah, I can see it is 70 yards away. It's laying by the camera again. All right, see ya.
This was the #1 buck the family wanted to get in 2012. He had been around since he was 3.5. He was 4.5 the year I found his sheds, and we elected to pass him after seeing a bunch of trail cam pictures and trail cam videos. We were really curious what he'd do as a 5.5. We thought he could get pretty big. Just because a deer makes it past the hunters doesn't mean he's gonna make it through winter and be around next hunting season. We had seen a 65 and made it past the hunters, but we still go out in the spring shed hunting and looking for dead deer just to kind of take inventory on what did and didn't make it through the winter. And this past year we had a couple interesting finds.
Just spotted that guy walking the field edge along this creek. It's always unfortunate to find him dead like this. There's a dead buck. What in the world? It is a Denon V-mate. Huh. He's less than 100 yards from that road. It's too bad.
Thankfully 65 did make it through the winter and he was fine in the spring. We got a couple videos of him fully shedded. Once a deer makes it into spring, we typically assume that they'll be around come hunting season, but that wasn't the case this year. As the drought wore on this past summer, we started getting reports of EHD. And once we heard about those EHD cases, we started checking every water source we could, trying to get inventory again on what deer were not going to be around come hunting season.
The objective of today's outing was to walk a creek line and look for some deer that died from EHD. First one found is one of our target bucks.
Yesterday Jordan had come out here and searched the creek a little bit. EHD's been hitting the area pretty hard. So he thought he'd take a look and see what he could find, and he found 3. So I came home today and we continued the search tonight and found this guy.
Thankfully we never found 65 dead, but we also didn't have confirmation that he was alive. So we started running trail cams all over trying to just get one picture of him alive. We didn't care where it was at, we just wanted to get confirmation that he was alive. And luckily in early August, we got these 3 pictures of him. It wasn't until October that we'd see 65 again, and he was back in his home core area just like he had been the past 2 seasons.
Well, here we are the evening of October 5th. My son Russ is filming me. Had a little bit of action already this evening. Had 65 over here to the west.
We went after 65 every chance we could get come bow season. We felt like the best chance we had at him was hunting the hay bale blind up in the green field, the same spot Russ shot the 610. The trail cam in front of that blind showed many videos of 65, but they were always 1 hour after sunset. We continued hunting up in 65's home core area up by the green field, and honestly we didn't see much. Most of the time we hunt up there we got skunked a lot, and it was becoming frustrating and kind of burning us out. But we just kept telling ourselves the only way we're going to kill this deer is if we keep after him. So the family kept hunting, and we were passing some nice bucks along the way, just waiting for 65 to walk in front of us.
Oh, nope, there's a big buck right here in the field.
He looks nice.
Yeah, he does.
To our knowledge, 65 had a pretty small home range. But in early December, we got a trail cam video of him that was quite a ways from where we typically seen him. So that night, Russ and I decided to switch things up and head over and hunt that area we had gotten in a recent video.
As you can probably tell, it's a little chilly out. By a little, I mean a lot. I think the wind chill factor today is down in the single digits. I heard 5 degrees, which is quite a change from the 40-degree day yesterday. So hopefully these deer will really be up on their feet, out feeding in this cornfield. Even though it's been dissed over a lot, there's still a lot of corn laying out there for them to eat. It's windy, but we're out of the wind. Hopefully we'll see some. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Might have to make a stop. I don't know if he looks at us or anything.
You're fine. He's just being looking north. Oh, he's turning. You're good.
By a rattle, you can look down and see nothing. You know,
What's that?
I don't really want to rattle because I look down here and see nothing.
Yeah, let's keep it. Let's play it easy.
He walks over that hill and have to run it.
Yeah. He's gone.
We can get on the bottom side of this terrace and try to peek up and over.
Once 65 appeared and started working away from us, Russ and I looked at each other and both said, let's run after him.
I don't think he's going to come back this way.
I don't either.
The story behind 65 was getting better and better each time out. We had seen him about 5 different times up to this point, and when he was outside his normal range, it kind of threw us for a loop on where we'd hunt him. But we just knew if we got some cold and snow that would bring him back to that greenfield food plot. Just as Iowa's late muzzy season opened up, we got the perfect weather. It was cold and we got a bunch of snow, and we felt our chances of killing 65 were as good as they have ever been. The first night out for Late Muzzy was December 26th, and I was going to take my little cousin Preston out and hopefully get him after 65.
You tall or blind?
Do I say?
Do you watch hunting on TV?
No.
Do you watch Outdoors videos?
Yeah.
Just just do it like Matt Davey does it, or Matt Over. Do you not know who they are?
Yeah, I know who they are.
They don't do it very good.
They do it good, I guess.
I guess.
I just don't remember how they do it.
Oh, I think they usually talk about the girlfriends.
Don't
in
have
school.
one. Don't have one.
Well, Preston didn't want to do an interview, so I guess I gotta do it. But it's the day after Christmas. The two of us and Dad came down as soon as we could so we could get out this afternoon and try to get Preston on one of the big deer up here. It's either gonna be a 65 or Clark's 8. We'll see if we can't get on one of those 2 bucks.
The first deer in the field that night was a little buck.
I think he's a 4-pointer.
And then shortly later, we spotted deer a long ways away in the distance.
Yeah, I think that's 65. Yep, that's him. That's the one we're after.
We were excited to lay eyes on 65 the first time out late muzzleloader hunting, but he was so far away I thought there was no chance he's gonna make it to this food plot in daylight. And just as he disappeared, I looked up and we had a doe and a pretty nice buck working into the field, so our attention was switched over to see if we could get Preston on this buck.
Oh, I see more deer behind him. Keep those hands warm. Oh, there's 65. There's a big buck. That's the one we're looking for. Keeping your hands warm.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep them babies warm. It may come to the point where I have to give you we have to switch spots, okay?
Okay.
Because if he doesn't come close enough for you to shoot, then I may take the shot.
Okay.
He's over 200 yet. He's still about 210. Oh dear, why do you have to stay so far out? I think I might have to shoot him, Preston. Is that okay?
Yeah.
He's a long ways away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this from you. Stand up and do not kick anything. There you go, just keep it on him. You're doing good. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let that burr one clear. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, he just turned his thumb. He's a trigger. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Dropped him. You can't see me right now, but we just shot 65. Preston, high five, buddy. Is that exciting?
I'm shaking.
After the shot, we were pretty excited. It was too dark in the blind to really film anything, but we immediately went back to the cabin to get Russ and Dad and go find this deer.
He's a big deer. That's a big deer. This is the end of one heck of a story of our entire family chasing one deer. Finally tonight, Preston being nice enough to jump onto the camera when the deer was too far away and letting me get the job done. Anyone could have killed him. Russ or Dad should have had him a couple times during bow season, and then during second shotgun, Russ and I tried putting a stalk on him. But it literally was a whole family effort. Dozen people or so trying to get the one deer, and on December 26th, day after Christmas, we made it happen. What a beautiful deer. He's big.